So if you click this video, it's probably because you're interested in the new 2024 Mustang GT. And you're asking yourself, should you buy that car? And I'm here to answer, and that is yes. So I'm gonna break this up into 4 categories: style, performance, price, and potential. First up is style. So this car looks absolutely amazing. The car has very nice body lines. The whole design and structure of the car is very different from the past generations of Ford. This year is the S650, that is what they call it, and it just looks very different. You know, it doesn't look like your typical Mustang. They changed the headlights, the tail lights, and just the overall shape of the car. And especially when it comes to the internal parts of the car, like the motor. They changed that completely as well. This car looks very sporty and exotic. It looks very good. It looks very different from any other car in the street. Like I said, it's different from any other Mustang. So when you see it, it does catch a lot of attention. So that's one of the best parts about this car. You are gonna get some, attention from other people, and and it's a positive result too as well, because it actually looks really good and it's just a very appealing, nice sports car. Up next is the performance. I think this car has a lot of that. This year they actually completely did the motor of the car. Instead of one intake like the past generations, they did dual intakes with 2 throttle bodies. So this car has a lot of horsepower. Even for a stock car, even for a base, it's pushing almost 500 horsepower. So in a small coupe that weighs pretty light, 500 horsepower, you can imagine how fun it is to drive this car. So this car has a lot of performance. Even the suspension, even for a base performance car, has Brembo brakes, really good suspension and springs. They're inside the car. There's actually a bunch of features you can do to adjust the suspension if you're doing track, drifting, drag racing, or just everyday, just better handling. So this car has, you can go anywhere with this car. Either whatever build you want to build, either for drifting or for straight, and just going a straight line for speed, it can do it all. That's what's the best part about this car when it comes to performance. Up next is the pricing. So is this car worth the price? Absolutely yes. You're getting a very light car with a lot of pros when it comes to sport car and performance. You get almost 500 horsepower. You get the look and style of a very nice looking sports car, very exotic looking. So you get a lot in this package, and the handling and performance. So of course there's different specs in the Mustangs. There's like the premium, there's the dark horse, and then the RTR. But even the base model of 5.0s, you get a lot. Brembo brakes, you get some parts of the leather interior, you get nice dual displays, you get all the features in terms of like sports, sport plus, track, drag strip, all that stuff are still incorporated in the Mustang. And of course, that amazing 5.0 Coyote motor. So of course, the pricing could vary. I do believe these cars go from like somewhere between 55 all the way to 65. 65 being the dark horse, and in between will be the base and the GT premiums. So, it is a very, high-end sports car. Not that many people probably could afford it, but still, you get a lot for the price, and it's not like a crazy, like, Corvette or, something insanely from the realm of like, 70 grand and up. You still get all that great performance in a small package and a good pricing. Number 4, the potential of this car. So like I said earlier, this car has a lot of area to just drive on. You can make a drift build, you can make a track build, you get a drag strip build to go in a straight line, or even if you're a JDM dude that likes stance and all that stuff, you could do that to this car too. You can bag it, make it into like a VIP build. It's very nice, and you have a lot of variety of options to go with this car. And to touch a little bit more on that potential aspect, if you're a Ford guy and a Mustang guy, you know that the Coyote motors love boost. They love force induction, they love supercharger and all that. So it's a lot of room and potential to make a lot of horsepower if that's your type of thing. And of course, right now it is a brand new car, so there's not that many like components, and they're not tunable as of right now. but there will be in the future, so you can't really tune them right now. But even with a slap of a supercharger, you know, people are making over 1,000 horsepower and plus just by adding that forced induction. So, you know, there's a lot of things that you could add to this car that makes it even that much better. And it's just a really fun car. So the potential on this is endless, to be honest. All right, so a final recap. So is this car worth it? And, you know, should you get it? Absolutely yes. I think you should definitely get it. It's just an overall fun car. Sporty, looks good, doesn't break the bank, and it's a very reliable. It's Ford. Ford usually tend to be very reliable. Of course, the Coyote motor has always been really good. So definitely recommend this car. I've owned this car for about almost 3 months already, and I have no complaints. I absolutely love this car. I enjoy this car every single day. You know, my drive to the gym and just, you know, everyday driving. I do just go for random drives just because I love driving, especially like as a manual transmission. All right, for the cons, I personally think there's no cons in this car, at least that I can think of, unless you're a very big car guy and go to the very details of things. But as your everyday, you know, car enthusiast, I think this car, it's really like amazing. You know, it's really good. You know, the only thing I would say is you will waste a lot of gas. You know, of course, it is a big V8 and it is a sports car, so you're gonna be wanting to have fun on it and, you know, get on it. But that's the only thing I could say, that you will waste some gas. But again, if you just baby it, you know, you wouldn't be too bad. I do around 14 or 15 in the city, just me driving normal. But of course, if you do get on it, it will go down. I've been down to like 11s, but even then, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, I promise. So yeah, I hope this video helped and, you know, and change your mind and perspective about this car. And if you're really interested in this car, I recommend you go look at it and just test drive it, because you will fall in love with this car. That's what happened to me. I decided I wanted to go look at it, and then literally I was no intention of buying the car, test drove it, took it home that same day. All right, but thank you guys so much for watching. I always really appreciate you guys just clicking on the video, liking and commenting. But yeah, you know, a lot of big plans for my Mustang. I do, like I said, I am gonna install those lowering springs. That is next in the list. But I just gotta find a shop that is gonna do it, do a good job. But yeah, stay tuned for the build, and I will see you guys on that next video.